Jan 1, 2021 marked the beginning of probably the most hyped Hindi films in recent history. Just a mere title announcement of Animal with that haunting whistle, Ranbir's deeply unsettling monologue with his father, building up to a rampage of gunshots and bullet sounds. It told us that this was not going to be your regular Hindi film, and definitely not a regular partnership with a fearless filmmaker like Sandeep Reddy Vanga, uniting with a performer like Ranbir Kapoor, who's looking to reinvent his image. Since then, multiple looks of Ranbir have been leaked that show him in different ages, and one particular leaked video of Ranbir in a blue suit, long hair, full beard, lighting up a cigarette and walking along with his gang fully loaded with weapons towards a possible shootout made everyone wonder what kind of beast Sandeep is about to unleash. And then yesterday, on June 11 at 11:11 am, the makers dropped a pre-teaser which then confirmed it. On one side, a gang of suited axemen wearing golden skull helmets saying "Bring it on." On the other side, presumably Ranbir's gang of Sardar henchmen with machine guns breaking into a Punjabi song, which is a strange choice that seems to not exactly fit with the visuals, but it does its job of refusing to leave your brain. And in the middle, with his out of focus back towards the camera, is Ranbir's character in a kurta, vesti and pink Balenciaga sneakers, probably walking towards the Golden Skull gang with an axe tucked in his arms, pulling up his sleeves and ready to single-handedly chop down his enemies, old boy style. And my first thought is all of this really from the film itself, or has it been shot as a separate teaser like so many other Rajkumar Hirani films like Lagero Munna Bhai, Sanju, or the pre-teaser of Sandeep Vanga's first film itself, Arjun Reddy? Further, does it even have anything to do with the film story, or just listen to my theory? Is it a message to his critics? It's common knowledge now that despite breaking the box office, Arjun Reddy and especially Kabir Singh met with a lot of criticism for the misogyny in both its lead character and the post-release interviews of the filmmaker itself, who personally found the criticism unwarranted and even calling certain critics as parasites who are a threat to the industry for latching on to just one aspect of the film and just ignoring everything else just because it questioned their belief system. And this is what made me think of this theory that maybe this pre-teaser isn't from the actual film, it's just a message to his critics.
We look forward to seeing what you do next. Hopefully it will generate less criticism.
It will be more. It will be more because these guys are calling this film as a violent film. I'll show them what violent film will be. I don't hate them. I want to see how do they feel about my next film.
With the golden skulls in suits with axes representing the critics who want to chop his film, while Ranbir in his kurta and vesti, a look that's very different from theirs, is Sandeep himself ready to take them on, chop them down or make them run for their lives. Plus, if you notice how the lights change, it's like the critics are entering Sandeep's world and he makes the rules. Once again, it's just a theory, but what I'm saying is this pre-teaser is constructed in such a way that anyone can take it and interpret it in their own way, attach their own meaning to it, their own antagonist or adversity as the Golden Skull Gang, and how a single force can take them down. But whether I'm right or completely bullshitting, what definitely can't be ignored is the curiosity and the subsequent impact of this pre-teaser. Just look at the number of edited versions that are floating around with Twitter, mainly with different background scores of Anirudh Ravichandra's music. This kind of fanfare is mostly seen for South Indian film teasers, confessed by filmmakers ranging from Anurag Kashyap to Karan Johar. The bitter pill to swallow is that apart from a very few handful of filmmakers, most contemporary Hindi filmmakers either lack or have forgotten the language of commercial storytelling, the art of creating and elevating the myth of a hero, or just telling stories that the masses want to see. Which is probably why the last decade has been saturated with South Indian remakes, which is why also a majority of the Hindi-speaking audience is mostly ignoring Hindi films and making the Hindi dubbed version of KGF 2 cross 400-500 crores at the box office. But after looking at Animal's pre-teaser, this tweet that talks about the importance of collaborating with South Indian filmmakers rather than just remaking South films, that's probably the way forward and it's already happening. Which is why I am personally so hyped for Animal. You have a filmmaker who doesn't play by the rules, not interested to play to the gallery, unafraid to speak his mind in a world of artists who are measuring each and every word and move so carefully, without any fault of their own, even if he's made just 2 films. And while political correctness may not be his forte, you can see that Sandeep Vanga infuses a raw personality, energy, anger, and also a distinct cinematic language. And he is the exact kind of partner Ranbir needs right now.
To go to my bathroom and look at myself in the mirror, and I got scared. I was like, I've never felt scared of a story of a character.
The worst feeling in the world is not to be hated but to be ignored, which is what's happening to most big budget Hindi films, and by what I've seen till now, Animal is not going to be one of those films. It's either going to be an explosion that's going to set the box office on fire or a colossal car crash that'll set itself on fire. There's nothing in between. Let me know what are your thoughts on Animal's pre-teaser and how hyped you are for the film, or if you're not hyped at all, if you don't buy into the hype, let me know in the comments. But for now, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.